Peace and welcome to FlyDialogue. We got another dope session for you today. Chef Charlotte Miller's cooking with us. She's the founder of Mama Blanche Catering, YayYay Southern Style Cafe, located in the historic Jefferson Street district of North Nashville, Tennessee, home to the Fish Jubilee Singers and the TSU Aristocratic Bands. Let's go. You got to write a book. You got to write a book.
That's the next step.
That's dope. No, that's dope. Let me ask you this. Do you remember the first meal you prepared and what was it?
Oh, yeah, I remember. I can tell you exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Exactly what it was. It was Mother's Day. My mother had gotten an Avon cookbook, and it had all the different holidays for things that you could have in it. And we still have it. It's still on our bookcase right now. And my dad said we should cook something for Mother's Day for your mom. And it was scrambled eggs with these cinnamon biscuits where you bought like canned biscuits and you dipped them in butter and then you put them in cinnamon sugar and you baked them. Can I tell you? It's on my menu now. But I use homemade biscuits now. So I take my homemade biscuits and I dip it in sugar. I call them a snickerdoodle biscuit.
Oh, yeah, snickerdoodle for sure. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice touch. Okay, scrambled eggs, a snickerdoodle biscuit, and
grits. And but it's funny because my dad taught me in that moment. He said, "This recipe is a guideline, but you know that you can make it your own. So this is scrambled eggs. What else could you put in eggs?" I remember putting like green onions in it and tomatoes, and it clicked for me in that moment. I was like, "I got it. I understand."
Yeah, nice. Yeah. I love that your dad was a part of that.
Definitely. And Miller was definitely a part of it. And I was in the second grade. No, it was it was first grade because we were still living. My mother was still going to Vanderbilt, so we were living in married student housing on Peabody.
Man, shout out to Peabody! Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so eggs, a little bit of what you say, green onion.
Yep.
A snickerdoodle biscuit and grits. Yeah, that's
of course bacon because my dad worked.
I was about to say, where's the bacon though? Man, I think that's a solid first meal for what first grade, second grade? Yeah, about 7 or 8 years old. Yeah, that's solid. That's balanced. Yeah, I like it. What's your favorite food to prepare?
Barbecue.
Barbecue. Man.
Oh God, I love barbecue. Barbecue is the quintessential food. It is meat on fire, and it is all the 5 flavors in your mouth: salty, sweet, sour, umami, bitter. And it's about getting large groups of people together. That's what it was traditionally, and sharing. Barbecue is the perfect food.
Trifecta.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you Kansas City, Memphis?
I'm Memphis. As a matter of fact, I came in second place on Barbecue Pitmasters for Memphis Barbecue. So I'm a barbecue pitmaster.
That's crazy. My mind was blown. Like I went to Memphis in May. We were making music with at that point with Dirty Cabin, and one of the producers for Dirty Cabin, BJ. Man, what was BJ's last name? Anyway, Kent Gillum, BJ, Crazy Lazy David. Anyway, BJ was a cook at that point for Viking.
Oh, okay.
And Viking that year won like the best shoulder. This must have been like 2000, maybe like 9 or 10. Something like that.
Just got back to the country then.
Yeah. And pulled up at Memphis in May. And I had been like just tasting that barbecue, like, oh man, this is really good. Lo and behold, they won. Man, Memphis in May. So okay, Memphis barbecue over Kansas City. I'm trying to think of the other ones. What are the other ones? Kansas City.
Well, you've also got like Texas barbecue. Don't get me wrong.
Texas, of course.
Texas is good. I like Salt Lake and stuff, places like that, but
sure. Sure. Nah, Tennessee over everything. Memphis. Shout out to Memphis. All right, on to the next one. Okay, so in my opinion, I'm kind of an art nerd. So when I think of food, I just feel like there's this artistic ability in the preparation of food. You're creating something, just special. It's not only eaten. It's not. I mean, obviously, it's not only seen, but it's eaten. Right?
I tell all the time, it's a sensual experience. It's truly in the sense of the word senses. You have to see it. You have to touch it. Your mouth feel things like that.
Smell it. Yeah.
You hear it, how it crunches. It's like all of your senses are enacted.
Yeah.
So that's why. So it's like one of the great art forms because you're using everything.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I guess my question is, have you found inspiration, in your culinary journey, outside of chefs, like people who aren't actually cooking, but artists themselves, like where,
music,
other creators,
all the
like,
time. Music does it for me.
Say again,
Music is for me. I can like different things will hit me certain ways, and that will give me like an inspiration or thinking about new things like country music. I will go through like a '90s country phase, and I'll
Yeah.
listen to that or hip hop.
Mm.
Understanding that mixes things like that, Latin music, especially living in the islands, of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
All those influences and where that came from and how that impacts food and culture and things like that. So yeah, music is a big one for me, and art has definitely been a part, like visual art, for us at YayYays because we allow any artist to come up and put pictures on the wall.
Sure.
So we let people come inside our shop and they just have paintings on the wall. People were like, "Oh, I like that. Can I buy that?" Like, yeah. And we don't take a commission or anything for that, but we
Sure.
want to have a space for people to share all their art.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
No, I think there's something to say about that. I mean, just being able to curate a space, that's inviting. You said radical hospitality. Obviously, that feels really
It's funny
good
because
to
people
people.
say that they feel that way. They're like, I feel like I'm in my living room or like I'm at someone's house when I come in here. I'm like, great. Then
That's
I
it.
got it. That's
That's it.
exactly what it's supposed to feel like.
Yeah. Nah, that I think, yeah, good place to gather, get nourished, and then indulge, man.
Yeah.
Welcome to YayYays. I
Yep.
like that. As far as like country music, what kind of food would you associate with country
When I
music?
think
Like
of
if you're
country music, I think about tradition. I
Yes.
think about Tennessee. I think about seasonality. I think
Mm.
about my grandmother, my dad's mom.
Yeah.
Um,
No,
I
she's
think
from Vicksburg, right? Is that
right,
Vicksburg, Mississippi?
right, Vicksburg, Mississippi. So going there in the summertime, and that's where I learned about you don't eat tomatoes until this season. Chow chow comes from the green tomatoes here. You
Yeah.
eat corn at this time and this time. Strawberries don't come in until this season. You know how to can and how to preserve and those kind of things. And it was so funny because when I went to culinary school, people were treating French food and as the epitome or Italian food. Like it was this, this ultimate cuisine. And I was like, Southerners has been doing this for years.
Right.
We eat farm to table, whatever the fuck that is, we called it. And like, yeah, we've been doing that for forever. Also, when I would get homesick, because remember, I left. So I was all over the place. And I made the mistake when I went to Vermont of going into a Yankee place called Fleischmann's to eat barbecue because I was homesick. And I was like, what am I doing? And I was so upset. I took the stipend they had in the culinary program and I got a smoker and some pork butts. And I was like, and put a couch outside. And I go, we're gonna have real barbecue. I'm gonna smoke pork butts. Because I don't know what the hell that is. I can't live this way.
Nice. How'd it turn out?
Beautiful. It's so funny because like, there was so many things because I was the only Southerner up there that I grew up with, and I just thought everybody knew about. Like somebody was like, "This is how you make biscuits, a 2-fork method." I go, "I don't know what the hell you doing. You use your hands." They're like, "The box says the grits cook in 5 minutes." I go, "Ain't no grit alive that's gonna be done in 5 minutes." They're going, "Pretty good." I don't care what that box says. And then when I went to culinary school too, I like learned all these mother sauces, and they were like bechamel. I go, "That's white gravy." And they're like velouté, go chicken gravy. And
Yeah.
I knew the names of the foods that we grew up with. I just didn't know. I didn't know the names, but I knew the techniques. And I was
Yeah.
like, this is very much a part of Southern food. It
Yeah.
just didn't get the same street credit until white men started cooking it.
Everyone has that one family member that simply makes you feel good. For Omarion and Heather Lee, it was their Aunt Deborah. To celebrate her, the Lees created Aunt Deborah's Favorites, products that make you feel good and appeal to your 5 senses, such as scented shea butters, candles, foam soaps, and more. FlyDialogue is proud to partner with Aunt Deborah's Favorites, so be sure to visit their website. That's auntdebfaves.com. Buy one of their gift boxes and share it with someone that makes you feel good, just like Aunt Deborah.
I remember, like I said, I had a chef, a white young boy, he was younger than me, asked me if I knew what chow chow was and how to make cornbread. I looked at him and I was like, are you kidding me? Mary Miller was my grandmother. She drove a Cadillac up here with greens in the back of her car. Okay, but please continue to tell me about my food. All right.
It sounds like you handled it with grace.
Okay. Some days I did better than others. Yeah,
I mean, hey, man, and I think if anybody gets a pass on, if you're handling it with grace and not with grace, it's us. Yeah. We automatically, forever, eternally, we get a pass. So yeah. So you're good. Be sure to visit FlyDialogue.com to find out more about us, including our radio station where we stream hip hop 24/7. Yo, we're literally jamming as we speak. We got a craft beer blog called Cream. Craft rules everything around me. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, the craft beer app called Untapped, or on YouTube. Just search Fly Dialogue on all these platforms. Be sure to follow us and friend us, subscribe to us. Long story short, check us out. We'd love to have y'all, and we look forward to connecting with you. And let's talk soon.